Hello, this is Emma Ghaffari and welcome to Weekly World Climate Change News. Reforestation has been identified as the best solution for increasing carbon storage and avoiding greenhouse gas emissions in the USA. A report from the Nature Conservancy has included the climate benefits of wetlands and grasslands, along with forests and agriculture for the first time. It highlights how and which natural resources could help reduce global warming and avoid the worst impacts from extreme temperatures. Following the launch of the UN Youth Strategy to engage 1.8 billion young people in promoting a more just, peaceful and green world, Australian educator and innovator Natalie Kariakou has developed a digital classroom for children called Kids Corner. The project has reached 50,000 young people and aims to inspire and educate on the topics of preservation and conservation of wildlife. By teaching the younger generations to value the planet and the environment, the future might be greener and brighter. More than 150 parties have concluded the 30th meeting of the Montreal Protocol in Ecuador, with a unanimous decision to strengthen actions aimed to limit the rise of the prohibited chemical trichlorofluoromethane. This involves measuring the implications of the chemical's potential sources and national-level measures. The Montreal Protocol collaborates with the Kigali Amendment by tracking the production and consumption of everyday mechanisms producing the chemical. Finding a silver lining in the rubble, several war-torn cities of Western Iraq explored opportunities to establish debris recycling centers at a 2-day workshop held in Ramadi's Anbar University. Due to lack of equipment and budgetary issues, debris is not being cleaned. The alternative approach of reusing the rubble would mean a more sustainable, cheaper, and convenient option. The cities seek inspiration from Syria, Lebanon, and the Philippines in pulling off this complex task. The Climate Summit in September 2019 will bring climate action to the top of the international agenda. Mr. Luis Alfonso de Alba, a former Mexican diplomat, will be the special envoy to lead its preparations. The summit will focus on the heart of the problem, the sectors that create the most emissions and the areas where building resilience could make the biggest difference, as well as providing leaders and partners the opportunity to demonstrate real climate action and showcase their ambition. In light of the recent IPCC report, which will be scrutinized in depth in COP24 later this year, the Climate Summit of 2019 aims to address the commitments of sectors contributing the most to carbon emissions. It also aims to build resilience towards climate change and providing opportunities for leaders to inspire others to make a more aggressive climate change policy. All eyes are on the Sustainable Development Goal 13 that focuses on climate action and the goal of limiting temperature rise below 2 degrees Celsius. The new NASA Advanced Laser Technology GEDI is set to launch this December and will enable scientists to have a clearer three-dimensional picture of the world's forest ecosystem and the global temperature. Measuring the tree data, they will know how the forest is coping with the combating carbon emissions. This breakthrough technology will significantly advance the fight on climate change and reveal where the carbon-rich areas are and which forests are contributing the most to absorbing carbon. The Arctic shorebirds and delicate plants of the Arctic are facing the brunt of global warming. The nest predation of the migrant Arctic shorebirds has tripled in the last 7 decades. The increased amounts of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere is clearly affecting the ecosystem of the Arctic, as carnivores are turning to nest hunting and the migratory birds flying to the tropics instead of the Arctic. Back in the 80s, China was known as the kingdom of the bicycle. However, with the boom of technology, residents have chosen other modes of transport. But now, with the recent blue sky wall policies to cut back on PM 2.5 emissions and the use of coal, the city of Hangzhou is back on 2 wheels. Since 2008, in a bid to reduce traffic congestion and air pollution, the emergence of bike-sharing companies led to this trend. Hundreds of millions of bike trips have taken place since then, and it has led to a better air quality and a healthier traffic flow. I'm Emma Ghaffari, and we hope you join us next week on Weekly World Climate Change News.